It was pretty hot.
It's pretty special.
All right, well, we get one last look at Boulder 1. So, Cody, for people who might have missed it, once more time, chat me through this.
Yeah, face out press, face the audience, if you will. Fairly physical, but like low and slow power, if you will. And then you dynamically press up into that upper purple hold there in the overhang. From there, as you're still facing out, you match, creep your your left hand over to the zone, pop off that right foot, and then go for a ride on over to that cheetah jug. Super, super electric.
Like he said, presses upwards and he gets underway into this box. So Serato stands into the press and then creep the left hand over. So far, so planned.
Yeah, so far, so good.
Huge jump, look at that, the Superman holds it with the right, but now he has to do this mantle move off that dual tech surface. Pressing up.
Looking real good, looking real strong.
Easy match for him.
Wonderful.
And that top, oh look, he's having a bit of showboating. It's good to see him back in a finals position after a bit of a break.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's what he does here.
So, Jean-Won into the box. Slightly less comfortable than Serato was.
Oh.
And that will be the starting position. He gets stood up.
He's eyeing it down.
He really is. Falls up. I could feel the abs. I could feel the core tighten there.
Yeah, and lots of lower back as well through there to keep that tension through that steep zone.
Now a swing and a jump for Jean-Won. Watch as he goes sideways. Catches the swing with one arm. And now foot on the zone hold, and it's a press up.
Let's see how he manages this here. He's a little bit bigger than Serato.
Up with the toe.
Looking good, looking good.
Looks comfortable, makes the top. Jean-Won hammers the final hold. That's 2 out of 2. 2 flashes so far.
This afternoon, rather. Trying a different method here. Very interesting. Let's see how he performs.
Yeah, if he managed to get gold, that would be a national record for Belgium.
Oh,
facing the audience. So it was interesting that he gave that a go.
And it's fair because every little bit of effort counts. Oh, and look at that shoulder stability. He just saved that. That was incredible. Super, super impressive there by Nicholas.
Yeah, so he presses into the top, latches onto the zone with the left hand, and now brings the right foot up and a big swing and a catch. Look at the scorpion of his feet. Really cool to see. I tell you what, I reckon, and I can see most of the photographers gathering on the left of the wall to get that moment.
They're trying a little bit different method here with the heel hook high.
Harder rock over, it looks like.
A little bit. I think he's going to manage. There's a lot of space there in between the wall.
Well, he's got one hand on the final hold. Now 2. It's another top, but in 2 attempts because of that initial slip, and that will push him down the rankings. Interesting climber, Sam. Really good to watch him, and he's got that French flow that they seem to have.
Absolutely, yeah. He's very, very good climber, very knowledgeable. Again, just has like experience, almost greater than his years. Very, very good athlete at all styles.
Yeah, absolutely. And he is young, 22, which is considered quite old. We consider Serato is like 16. 22 seems ancient. Oh, but he misses the jump.
And less towards the jug. And I think that's what cost him that drop there.
Was there an element of commitment with that as well? Because he seemed to have the jug pretty good, but almost let go, like not wanting to commit to the full
Absolutely.
swing.
I mean, it's a full value move when you're in that position, and you're looking at 3,000 plus people in the mountains. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Well, second time it is full commitment from Sam. Wraps the right hand around. And this is interesting, so he's going to rest and chalk up here and figure out the mantle.
Maybe a little lead practice for tomorrow.
Yes, possibly so. All right, so he's got the right hand. He's now, this is looking awkward. Gets a high heel up, starts the rock. But can't make it work. And although it is a big jug, he doesn't want to be up there forever. Still tiring.
He is a fairly good lead athlete, so I think having that position to recover will allow a little bit of this trial and error for him, which will be probably a saving grace here for the notch top.
Yeah, he's got a knee involved on the left, pressing into the wall. He sees the final hold, brings the right foot up. makes it work. And that's Sam in 2. Looks for the top of the wall for a celebration. And wrapping those long legs could be hard for him.
It's a different feeling when you're bigger in those smaller boxes. Even through this beginning section here, just you can see like the length of his hip to his knee and his knee to his foot. There's just a lot more length there, and it's hard to explode up. But I mean, he's just such a good athlete, right? Like he knows his body better than anybody. He can work through these situations.
All right, here's the jump. Holds that nicely, but this is the move that he might struggle on. Not so far, but you never know.
Looking good. If he can switch that right palm, and there it is, right there. Now he's in it.
Simple work from Meichi. He's not even on the jug, doesn't need it. All right, so 4 out of 4, sorry, 5 out of 5. One more athlete to go. Simon Lorenzi will come on to backstage and tell him. Oh, look,
here we go.
So Simon presses his way up.
It's so interesting, and it cost him an attempt, just like his teammate.
So route reading super important for the athletes. And looking a little awkward as he works the feet out. Now he's going to get stood up. Oh no, still there.
That's pretty uncomfortable there for your knee. Your right knee, it turns in a funky position. You really have to drive off that. You can see him struggling a little bit. Lots of core.
Oh, small the margins are in this game. You know, everyone else has cruised this, and Simon might get it done this time. But you know, the slightest mistake, the slightest knee angle, and it can turn a boulder from possible to impossible, as we've just seen.
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of climbing, right?
And the frustration as well.
Absolutely.
And he is still having a bit of a time on this first move.
And we did investigate this this methodology. I think it is possible, but extremely difficult. You can see there he's almost maxed out.
But he knows everyone else sent it super quick. So he must be thinking, I'm doing something fundamentally wrong here, which is hard for him to get his head around. So now he's going back to the original with that knee.
Yeah, absolutely. So if he can press a little bit more, not on his toe, but through the center of his foot. There it is, right? Oh!
You know, we're trying to figure out if it's wrong, if it's right, if the athletes are just too good on the night, or if you've made a mistake. So this is one of the reasons I like you being here.
Appreciate you having me back anytime.
All right, so he gets stood up again.
So you can see the center of his foot there. Oh, and feel the wall actually on your mid-back. And that feels like it's kicking you out, but you have to maintain that pressure vertically up, and it seems like you're gonna like knock your head into the wall almost. But you need to maintain that trajectory to really get all of the force driving through your shoulder to stop. And even that time, he's targeting a little bit too far to his right, our left.
And thank you for that start. I'll see you in a sec.
Wonderful, thanks Matt, see you soon.
Just competed in my first World Cup, the Innsbruck WorldCup. I'm coming up from junior at the minute, so I'm kind of doing a crossover junior-senior season, mainly focusing on the European comps.
Awesome, and it's lovely to have you here in the commentary box with me. Young athlete, and hopefully a big career to come. And this boulder, Louise, what did you think of this thing? Looks pretty physical to me.
Well, I think this block maybe looks like the most physical boulder of the round. The slopers on it look so bad, so it's probably a good thing that it's a bit cooler tonight. But I wonder how their skin is going to be holding up. But he has been in so many rounds this season that he's probably feeling a bit more confident in himself.
Absolutely right. Into the dish, matches, and he's going to look.
Wow. The strength.
Yeah, but a slip on the feet. He's having to commit fully to smearing on the wall.
Yeah. If Brooke Rabbiter was here, she would just get in those bolt holes.
It's very true. We saw Natalia trying that last night. Right, left foot on the jib, and now it's a pop over to the left. Not the greatest of right hands, but Serato does it semi-stat. Seems to be caught in the middle of a dynamic and a static way.
The level of the field this year has increased so much. That, yeah, it's hard.
So Serato pulls on again. Bumps those hands.
Come on.
And it's quite good, I guess, with that zone.
Which does mean that if they go dynamically, it is a bigger risk.
All right, so Serato goes again. Bumps his hands over the dish.
Hits it this time.
And then this was a smear that scared us.
Nice.
I hadn't noticed that pinch before, so he's got his right thumb pressed into a jib. And now he is going for a more dynamic top.
Yes. Very well executed.
Yeah, eyed it up and so
Especially at the minute when a lot of the guys have top Boulder won, it could come down to attempts, so they do want to be careful.
yeah, it's a good point and very, very important that he gets this done quickly. If he can flash it, it would help the score. Let's see, but it's around
Slightly
the corner.
different method.
Yeah, he's starting to swing. So although we saw quite a few tops, from now onwards things get tougher, and already we're seeing a bit more fight, a bit more struggle.
Yeah. Oh, it's not a good hold.
No, he touched it, maybe wanting to use it, but I promise you, we feel everything they're going through. All right, Jeongwon is out. Different method, kicks the right foot through. And he's wanting to do it a bit more statically, isn't he? But starts to swing. Jeongwon pulls on. Once more, he's probably got one more go on this, maybe two if he's quick. All right, let's watch his right hand, and although he hit it...
He must have missed the foot that time.
Yeah, I think he missed the foot and possibly fatigue, and he shakes his head in frustration. On the circuit for a while. Last comp, 53rd in Brixton. Brixton's in London, not that one. Nicholas crosses. If it rains, that humidity is going to go up. But we'll see. Not happening at the moment. Nicholas, what will he do this time? He wants to get a left foot, and that's why the route setters have blocked that first handhold.
Oh, because it does match his K-tape.
It's true, yeah, matching that. Yeah, that K-tape there, probably for injury prevention more.
Like warm up tomorrow opens in 10 hours, so it's for their skin more than anything. I hope it's okay.
All right, Nicholas is trying something pretty
crazy.
Wild, isn't he?
Oh.
I mean, to go feet first is...
Come on.
14 seconds, he is done. So, another no top.
Let's see what Sam Avasur can do. Is he going for the toe hook? No.
I think he thought about it.
Yeah.
I guess naturally touched the chalk. But yeah, you're right, because look there, he's pinching it. Like a side pull almost.
Yeah, almost. Oh, he's gone for the cross through. Oh, so strong.
Is it difficult? Do you get like overhyped by the crowd sometimes?
Yeah, for sure. Especially, but it's really nice to know that the coaches are there to sort out any problems that you might have.
Sam goes for the cross and the toe.
Could this be a new method?
I just don't think he's going to be able to reach over that. It's just going to be enough time really to get the zone hold.
Come on, Sam. He looks so strong, but can do it.
He bumps the hand. Kicks off a bit with the wall. Went for the double clutch.
Yeah.
That's a no-go for Sam.
Good effort.
And at this point, it must be quite confusing for him, because he knows that Serato did it quickly, yeah, the crowd shouting, and then he might have just been waiting to come on quickly, and then everyone else has taken their full 4 minutes.
Let's see which method he goes for. Oh, nice. Wow. Come on. Oh.
But the athletes will get a break next week. As I said, just the para first in Vila. Right, Meichi will...
Which don't rely on the friction in case they do have tape on.
Right, Meichi going again.
Oh.
Meichi pulling on again underneath, up to the sloper.
Come on.
Using that left toe, scrubbing against the walls, clever to get himself sort of established, but that was another slip, and he looked straight down at his right hand.
And he's definitely switched from trying the static method to a much more dynamic way. I don't know if maybe he just feels like he's got no strength for the method that Serato did.
Oh, he goes for the toe hook, so that's why the route set has put that blocker in, and for a second I thought he was going to make it work, but no go for Meichi. Chloe, part of Team Belgium, and always super supportive.
Come on.
Powerful lock off and a bump. Yeah, he makes it look like it isn't taking any effort, but it's full on. Even that alone, that one armor. And you can see it's...
composed though, which is nice to see because he will know that he's down a block.
I guess at this point, he's got nothing to lose.
Oh no, come on.
10 seconds to get the zone. No, it's not going to work. So, just Serato getting it done.
Wow. My next international is probably Youth World Championships, but I've got British Bouldering Championships in 2 weeks.
Awesome. Well, best of luck for that. Good luck in Korea. Hope it goes well, and we'll talk very soon.
Thank you.
Go through those emotions as well, that you worry if it's too easy, too hard. And people at home, you should know how much you guys put into it. Well, boulder number 3, something totally different. We're going slappy now. So, Cody, one more time, talk me through this.
Yeah, sure. So dynamic start, kind of run, kick into the wall, and then palm press into that starting position. And then from there, kind of technical climbing. Your left foot is going to go around to that second volume, and there's like a jib that's blocked, you can see there, to the right side of the zone. And then you're going to actually do a 180, right foot to the zone, or sorry, to where it's currently marked the zone, and then flip back around out, facing back in, full 360, press to the top.
Serato had a run, decided better.
So you really have to get up in there. There he is, right there.
Straight in with the thumb as well, pressing, and then remember to bring the left hand down.
Absolutely.
And now this move, this is the twisty move.
Correct, and it's completely blind. Like, you cannot see that foot. You can just see him feeling, and he's just trying to feel with his toe. There's nothing else. There's no way he can know if he's on that foot perfectly, other than by that feeling in the shoe. He gets stood up here.
So is this where you'd spin?
Yep, left shoulder into the wall. If he's going to do the method that we anticipated. Now, anything can happen. And there it goes. Yep, so he's feeling this. It's like so delicate.
Instinct, because this is an unnatural thing to do, but he has worked it out, and now he's going to stand like a ballerina on one leg and dance his way down towards the blind jib, which is especially mean, Cody. Why did you do that? But he's in.
The jib's meant to help, Matt. It actually does help with quite a bit. So he's chilling right now. Let's see how he manages the zone here.
And it's another rotation back. I see it, and just all stood on one leg with no handholds, back against the wall, literally.
So cool that Serato's in a position right now where if he just tops this boulder, he gets gold.
I hadn't even noticed that. We've gone so quickly.
Yeah.
So Serato, this could be, and it would be his first gold. Feet down, gentle, gentle from Serato. But no! Well, he's got a minute to take the gold, or he has to wait to boulder 4.
I really love that Elvis leg going right there so he can dig in that toe.
Yeah, it looks like he's got that, isn't it? That shake, but
wants the top.
Well, the athletes do get to see the scores between boulders, so he might have an idea, but I don't think he'll really care at this point. He just wants to get this done. So that's not a shake, that's him feeling out the hole. And he almost like works his foot deeper into it.
You need to, yeah. And actually, smaller foot would really help in this situation.
Yeah, because you blocked it.
Absolutely, yep. So the trauma continues.
Ah, we're not got a medalist yet. Oof.
Oh, goodness.
Chest thudding against the wall. Adjust the angle of the run.
Really important.
I hate running on boulder pads.
Not just you, but the pads themselves.
Terrible,
That's
terrible.
That's pretty bad. All right, no more of that.
Yeah, but you are right. It's hard to spring that last jump. Now, will Zhongwen read this? He's trying to fit the left foot in.
It's so sneaky, it's so finicky, and when you get it right, I'll be honest, you don't feel like you have it right. It just feels just very improbable, and you're trusting so much of this blocked foot that you just have to go with it sometimes. Looks like he's trying to sneak a heel in. Really cool.
Talk about trusting it.
Really, I mean,
if he breathes, that heel's falling off. He's got to be so delicate.
wow.
And he crosses through. I bet you didn't. Did you try that?
No, I mean, we tried it, but we didn't succeed. And it was really enjoyable as well. So hopefully we can see someone do that real soon.
So left foot on.
And what a party it's going on here in Innsbruck. The music is nuts. People are crazy.
And he commits to the heel again. face. Oh, he's squats right. This is... So he's trying to crimp the top of the volume here.
Like just this bananas, like bolt hole screw, or rather screw hole crimping, right? The physical cost there is tremendous, but at the reduced risk, and that's just part of the strategy.
And sometimes it pays off, and we see those amazing moments like you were talking about. You don't want to try and get everything as a toe in.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm not sure where he'd go once he'd have it in, but why not try?
Yeah, for sure. And this is like what I talk about a lot of, just like the climber expressing themselves in the wall. And we've set up a situation, and it's up to them to figure out their way through it.
So again, he tries to use the top of the wall, gradually working his way around, but 3 seconds, look at that! Just one finger. Yeah, he is spent with everything. Well, things do rapidly develop, and obviously we're not going to be using a blank wall, but you wonder how small the holds can go, considering they can crimp a screw hole. It's just interesting.
Absolutely. And Nicolas here making the start move after 2 attempts. Trying that zone hold before he even has that foot.
Yeah, he looks pretty secure on that. He's going to try to bring that right foot to match into the flat volume.
Yeah, so that start hold is fairly good, and then with the volumes, like changing that angle, so that wall angle is at like -2, -3 degrees. So with the volumes there, like they're pretty positive to stand on, but again, it's completely blind. So like you need that stable position to really find that foot and then make this motion up. He's really struggling here. Finds it.
He's stood up now, but he's looking down, and to do a foot match on here, it's funny.
And you being able to read those situations will help secure your success moving forward.
All right, he pulls on once more. Left foot in, bumps the right down onto that big patch of chalk on the right volume. Makes that look a lot easier that time once he figured it out. Look at the vein standing out his left leg. Just shows how much pressure he's putting through.
So much pressure and weight going through just your big toe. There's nothing else there. It's just the outside of your big toe. And yeah, the smaller the feet you have, actually, the better this feels. Maybe that's a little reason why Sorato had just a little bit easier time, but also Sorato read the move a little bit quicker with the left shoulder in. Simmer for a minute. Let's watch Nicolas climb here, probably his last attempt.
Yeah, this could be it. 30 seconds to go. He's going to try something different, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully not. This is seemingly the way.
All right, so he's stood, holds it, 20 seconds, the zone hold right there.
He's got to turn that left shoulder. There it is. There it is.
Look at this. It was almost you could see the realization dawning on him as he faced the camera.
Or the press. And, sometimes that's the game. That's the game we play.
Yeah, didn't balance himself out that time, but having to try certain things. All right, so out with the left for Sam. Pressing into that toe. It's so interesting watching that left foot, because you telling me that it never feels good now makes sense why they look so tenuous on this. But look, Sam turns.
There he goes. Super delicate, all core, keeping the back in, so important. He's got that foot pretty good. Now, if he can just balance on this right foot and go slowly with the right hand, that's probably his best chance of success. He's in a setup for the left.
That's all the rubber is. Oh, he turns the left knee.
Very smart.
And he's one move away from the zone, and will be the first one to score. Can't hold the zone hold. There's a temptation to think of bouldering as this physical power thing, and yet not much power there, just precision and working out the boulder. Let's see what he does this time. That's all he's standing on. Spread out on the wall. So you want him to do?
Right hand goes up to the zone here. If he can just come off that left foot. Yes, yes, yes. Here we go.
Okay, so
not fully committing.
He's close to doing it.
Yeah, Right hand.
So we want to do it slowly, not dynamically. He's tried that. Sam with a top already on men's one. This is going to bump him way up the rankings if he can get this.
He wants to go left.
Oh.
The face. Oh, super nice move. Gets the chest in. All right, Sam Avizu. Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, and it could be the end. He's got one hand on it, brings the match
Let's
in.
go.
And that is massive for Sam and his score. And look at the coach's response. They've only just recovered from Oriane winning in Brixton. Second to last athlete out on this boulder. Misses the start hold. As we said, you've got to go high up on that first opening pocket. Lead wall in the background. That'll be in action tomorrow morning.
You know, a lot of folks always think, oh, jumps is just because you're tall, you're going to do the thing. But when there's more to it, if it's not just a straightforward jump to a jug, you know, that's what really matters is, you know, how the athlete, you know, sets up their trajectory and everything they do executing that movement.
Yeah, good point. And we had a lot of height discussion last night, which we won't cover now, but yeah. Mechi tried to find a screw hold.
He's turning here. He's getting a little less rubber on that than he might like.
Oh, but he nails the rotation.
Wonderful movement there by Mechi.
Now that's where the height can play an advantage. He creeps over towards it, but the foot hand swap does him.
Whether or not the judges gave him the score right now is, I mean, quite frankly, irrelevant, because what'll happen is there's like video reviews ad nauseum. There's could be appeals by the coaches, the Japanese team, other coaches, whatever it is. Basically, they're going to spend a tremendous amount of time making sure that Mechi actually controlled the zone if they give him the zone.
Well, you have to use it as well. You have to sort of shift your center of mass and all this stuff, and I don't think he did that on that hole for me when I watched it.
Sure.
But we'll wait and see, as you say. Closer.
Is the climber using the hold? And it's just like, you know, people are people, judges are people. They're doing their best out there, right?
There's an element of subjectivity, and
right.
You have to make a decision.
Absolutely. No, just making sure and watching and rewatching from all the angles, not just the angles that we see here, but all the private angles from all the coaches who are watching on the front row, as well as the IFSC videos. I mean, there's plenty. It almost feels like you know, NFL, you know, coaches challenge sometimes.
VAR systems, yeah. All right, Mate, you made this look good, but he's only got 20 seconds and he's already got the zone. But the zone is right next to the top, so if he can do it, he will have time. He's on another screw hold there. Reaches with the right, and he does get it. 7 seconds. He can't rush, needs to make sure of it. Matches, and suddenly the zone becomes completely irrelevant because he's got a top instead.
Amazing work there by Mechi. He actually crimped onto the foothold
on this slab, nails the beginning position well. Can he figure this move out now? He needs it. And he's being quite quick with his movements, but that right foot is slipping. He's looking pretty balanced though, to be fair to him. Bumps the left over, committing to it. Only a tiny bit of his climbing shoe involved in that hold, and now he's starting the rotation. I love that move, Cody. Fair play to you guys for doing that. That's brilliant.
So far, so good.
It's just so dramatic when they spin. All right, right heel on the textured surface. So you want to slide it down towards the jib, which is fairly hard to see. He'll know when he gets it because he'll stop. There it is, and look at it. Body immediately relaxes as he commits to the right.
Total technician. Let's see how he interprets this zone move. Will he go fast and slow? Looks like he's setting up for a fast, unless he can rotate that shoulder around, just like Sam did, which is looks like that's what he's doing. So delicate.
Had to go. I think he started to fall and decided to jump
into that zone on this next attempt.
So fascinating how he brings that arm way above his head, straight on to try to balance and put some pressure. Look there. Does it a bit easier that time. Look at that, just staring up at the ceiling for a second. Ooh, misses it, somehow saves it.
Wow. Look at the face.
His body is in a totally different position though, but look at that to pull that move back. I thought he was gone again.
So hard, and he gets it. Wonderful, Simone. Okay, but it's far from over, as we know.
And that's the arm I was talking about, way up in the air to try to slowly bring the weight around. But it's the final bit of that movement he can't do.
Absolutely, that's like totally a thing.
Wonderful, that's good to know for us, some of us watching. Simon is on, gets that left foot, and more than anyone, he just seems to trust it. And we saw him pull two saves out of the bag just by committing to that foot. And he's doing that low method, which means you're pretty blind until you
really blind. Look at the face. Oh.
All right, so this is his final go. 15 seconds. Flicks around. Did the start move easily?
He doesn't have enough time to do this, Matt.
No, he's not. He's going to have to jump for it if he does. That was close.
So close.
But again, no top in no zone. Cody, a physical one or not so much?
Yeah, it's physical for sure. It's a lot of explosive power, fast twitch muscle groups really are going to help you out a lot here.
The 23 boulder season, and Cody, talk us through it. I know you did earlier when we were seeing the scores, but one more time, now we can see the boulder.
Yeah, for sure. So right hand on the start, there's a bit of a blocker there on the right side, not quite shown here on the video, but then left hand palm, and then pretty straightforward position, and then you have to explode through that left shoulder, right hand to the first hold on that Frutti di Bosco by Squadra. Left hand will likely come into the secondary hold. You almost have to fully stop your swing and then redirect yourself to kick the lower volume and then catch the zone hold through the finals here, which is really exciting to see because we're allowing the climbers to perform at redirects, gets the kick, catch the hand, and stop.
It's like he's sieging this boulder. 2 minutes. Of course, if he doesn't get this, he's going to open the door for the others.
Catches,
and he is in.
All right. Fantastic work by Serratu.
But he's got to launch now.
And he does it with ease.
Stunning finger strength as he matches the last hold. And now he will... Pulls on, eyes the jump. And we know from Serratu it might take a few goes to get this. He's sitting in 4th.
So let's see what it is here.
Yeah, good point. Although you're not latching the holds, you're exploding off. And look at the size of that jump as well. I haven't seen the starting this. I'm not sure if he is competing in lead or not. We'll see tomorrow. Right hand, left hand, but he's not kicking the leg in the same way to try to win gold.
There he goes. Sticks it.
All right, so he's in. Last move up. It's going to be a paddle dyno to the left.
Right.
Sticks it. And Jean-Juan gets 2 tops out of 4. And look, into bronze. So that could be huge for him. That could be a potential medal if Meichi makes a mistake.
And quite difficult.
Yeah, and in terms of rankings are important this year for qualification purposes, for different events. So yes, he'll be wanting to upgrade as much as possible.
To create this field of play for the athletes to do what they do best, to really showcase their stuff. And what they do with it is ultimately up to them.
Well, luckily it stayed away so far, and things ramp up now as the music hits another gear.
Been on the mats.
Well, he should enjoy it. Last 2 minutes. Much closer. Their faces are brilliant to watch. Right, here he launches once more. Watch the left foot as it kicks and he holds it.
There we go.
Now, no one so far has really dropped this. Starts to line up the jump. Let's paddle up to that crimp. Oh, we go straight into it,
there
left,
we
right.
Go.
Makes the match, and that should bump him up a bit. Well, you've watched him getting hyped. Enjoying every second of this as Sam gets into position. Eyes up the jump. Right hand, left hand, misses.
He does have a little bit. He does have a little bit of attempts in the back.
He is. He won't necessarily know the attempts, of course, because he won't have seen the scores in the middle of the round. 2 minutes 17.
So now before he runs out of time.
All right, he goes. 2 hands on, trying lots of different things.
I think this has to be the attempt. This is it.
And it's a spin and a miss.
Right now.
Okay, this could be the pressure moment for Sam Avizu. Launches, and it's not going to be again and get going. Remember, his PB was 9th before this competition and a big fall in seconds. Not enough time, he's going to go anyway. Tries to get the zone, and that is it for Sam Avizu, so he stays in silver.
4 climbers down.
Yeah, you caught, oh, but is that an attempt? I have to wait and see. Yeah, it is an attempt. No. So he's on the start, needs to be careful. You don't want to leave it down to the judges.
So close, whether Mechie tops or not.
Yeah, good point. Oh, but he's falling there.
In Innsbruck.
Yeah, the superhuman climbers that we're watching this evening put on a heck of a show. Mechie is trying everything.
Could very well be. That's Tim, the official there. Wonderful, wonderful guy, and all the other IFSC officials out there. You're wonderful.
Yeah, acts as the bouncer often for the coaches.
Oh,
look at it from
there we
Mechie.
go.
He's in this time, and now from here we haven't seen many drops. Let's see. Makes the jump. Watch the left hand. Easy in.
Oh, so close, and he gets it.
And that's
wonderful.
Bumped him into silver. So from 5th to silver for Mechie. Serato smiles, and we have a 1-2 Japanese at the top of the podium.
Wow, such strong work there by Mechie. That's his moment. It's in front of all the folks here in Innsbruck. Just have a good time.
Let's see if he can unlock it with that pressure gone. Semi-finals in Prague and Seoul. Makes the jump.
Goodness.
Yeah, he might need a translator. I did talk to him, English not the best, so just to warn you. All right, so Simon pulls on one more time. 2 minutes 28 to go. Right hand, left hand, misses the thumb a little bit. It's crazy, isn't it? There's people everywhere. Paraclimbing athletes are on the stage, some guests up there as well. All right, Simon launches. Right hand, left hand, close at that time.
What a semi-final.
Yeah.
He should be so proud of himself, regardless of what he may think of his performance here. Yeah, he didn't quite get his own.
As we all take a breath, look at the left of your screens though. That's your top 3, that's your podium. Right, left. 30 seconds to go of this final boulder. Simon jumping. Right, left, misses, kicking backwards. We'll find out 9 is being, and that will be it. And with that, the 23 season runs out on us as the clock hits 0. All right, so there is our scoreboard. Serato and Ruku in first position.